Hey, this is Tom Koviak, licensed loan officer. On this video, we're going to talk about the mortgage application process. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're going to get into the mortgage application process, okay? I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to get pre-approved, the application, and how it works, okay? You're not going to get this information from any other channel. They don't go into depth. They talk about like the process and pre-approvals and things like that. I'm going to go over basically how it works, what to expect, and help you have your ducks in a row. Now, just so you know, I am a licensed loan officer. I help people every day get pre-approved, buy homes, close on homes, things like that. So let's get into the presentation. Okay, so like I said, it's the mortgage application process. Now, the first thing you want to do is contact a lender. A lender could be your bank, it could be a mortgage company, it could be pretty much anyone that does home loans. Now, the first thing they're going to do, we call it a discovery call, or it can be called the interview. Basically, the loan officer or the representative is going to just ask you some questions like, what are you looking to accomplish? Are you a first-time home buyer? How much you're putting down? Just get an idea of your goals. Who's going to be on the mortgage? Is it just you, or do you need a co-signer? And if they do this right, they will ask you some good questions and let you know if they can help you. They won't waste your time and they won't waste their time. So be real upfront. Tell them what you're looking to accomplish. Tell them you're a first-time home buyer. And again, they call this different things. Some people call it discovery call. Some people call it the interview. And this is usually just a 5-10 minute conversation. And then the next step, which is kind of following these both, it will be your goals. So after they kind of learn a little bit about what you want to do and interview a little bit, they want to get into your goals. And then lastly, the same thing is kind of what are you looking to accomplish, okay? Now, if they're able to help you, then we'll get into the next steps. If they're not able to help you, then they should give you some advice to help you, accomplish your goals. Like some lenders don't do a real good job with investment properties. Some lenders don't have DSCR loans. Some lenders don't have down payment assistance. That's why it's so important to have the discovery call, talk about your goals and things like that, and determine if that's a good lender for you. And I recommend talking to more than one lender, not just the lender that your realtor tells you to talk to. And then the next step after they figure out your goals, do the discovery, your interview, is the application, okay? Now, in the mortgage world, we call this the 1003. Now, as far as you concerned, you don't care about it. It's an application, but we call it a 1003 application. And let's get into what this involved. After you do the application, normally there will be a credit check. Some lenders are doing hard credit checks. Some will just do a soft. It really depends on the lender. We normally do a soft credit. A soft credit means it's just one credit score from one credit bureau. It does not affect your credit. A hard credit check would be from all three credit bureaus, and that would affect your credit a little bit. And also, it's going to need 2 years of your address history, 2 years of your work history. And then there's something called mortgage declaration questions. These are just some questions like, will you occupy the property as your primary residence? Some questions like, have you filed bankruptcy in the last 7 years? Have you had a foreclosure, short sale? They'll ask you some of those declaration questions. And then the last thing they'll ask you, it'll be some mortgage disclosure laws. We call it HMDA. This is just some fair lending, like ethnicity, sex, and race, and things like that. And that's just for fair lending. That's just normal compliances, okay? Then this can be completed over the phone. So you could call up a bank or your lender. It also can be completed online. It also can be completed in person. A lot of times it's either online or over the phone. I do most of my applications over the phone. I can send you a link to where you complete it online, where you create a profile and do it. But that's kind of how you complete your application. Now, some people do everything online. They don't really do the discovery call, the interview. They just fill out an application online. It's totally up to you. I recommend talking to a lender, making sure they're a good fit for you, but it's totally up to you. And then after you complete the application, have the credit ran, the next step is to do something called a verification. So we call it supporting documents. And usually what that will be is last 30 days of your pay stubs, not payments. Sorry for the typo there. It'll be last 2 years of your W-2 slips, and then it'll be last 60 days of your bank statements. So if you're paid bi-weekly, just your last 2. If you're paid weekly, just your last 4. These have to be within the last 30 days. These are just the last 2 years. So as I'm recording this, it would be like 2024 and 2023. In another month, it will be 2024 and 2023. Just the last 2 years, not your tax returns. That's your W-2 slips. And then last 2 bank statements. Now, a lot of times you can upload these, you can email these or fax these to a lender. And the good news is that we do have some digital verification. Digital verification means we could send you a link and you could log into your bank account and digitally verify your direct deposits, digitally verify your bank statements. So it could be really convenient. Not all lenders are the same. Some lenders have a lot better technology where they could digitally, and other lenders you'll have to like manually upload these things. So that's kind of what to expect there. And then this basically would be then the next steps would be, if everything looks good, you go out and find a home. And then if you're looking to like remortgage, refinance, the loan will go into processing. So it's very similar whether you're purchasing or refinancing. You will do that discovery call with the goals, have your credit ran, and then your supporting documents. The only difference is on a purchase, you don't have a property. So we call that a subject property. You don't have a home, you go out and find a home. And if you already have a home, then you just go straight into processing. Now, if you're a purchase and you find a home, then you go into process. So it's a slightly different process. So I wanted to just briefly go over the application process. That's basically it. It could take, after they have your documents and a soft credit, you could probably be pre-approved within a day or 2. So it's very quick. It's very easy. If you're looking to get pre-approved, I recommend kind of check your credit a little bit on Credit Karma, make sure it's good. Go ahead and get your pay stubs, get your bank statements, get it all ready. So after you talk to the lender, you could just email those over or upload those over. It's good to know the application process so you know what to expect. So the lender is going to just ask you some questions to kind of figure out what you want to process, then ask for your 2 years of address history, 2 years of work history, ask for your supporting documents, run the credit, and then give you a letter. So that's kind of the process. It's good to know this because sometimes you talk to people and they're not sure about the application process. They don't know what to expect. They're nervous. Don't be nervous. Some people are real nervous, like they may not have the correct dates of every place they worked the last 2 years or the address history. Just kind of, approximate or estimate. The lenders will verify a lot of information and they'll correct it later on. As long as they don't think you're lying or trying to deceive them, you're okay. Some borrowers I talked to are a little bit nervous, but I wanted to make this video and just kind of explain the mortgage application so you understand, and also let you know that if you're looking to get pre-approved or remortgage or refinance your mortgage, anything like that, you can contact me. I'm a licensed loan officer. I can help you. So thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you today. I'll see you again on this video, okay? Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the comment section. Buddha.